Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1923 Remington Portable Model 1 vintage typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. First thing we're going to do is unlock the keys. You can't type on this model until you unlock the keys by pulling out this knob and moving it along the track to the front. Also lifts them up, and the margins are located behind the carriage here. You just tilt one side and you can move it. I'm going to set them at the beginning and the end of the carriage, just like that. And we're going to load the page. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space here on the back. So it's got, that's actually the carriage release back here, but I don't know if you can see that. So this has a thumb pinch line space and return. So you hold one with your pointing finger and your thumb while you're pushing it, and it skips 1 or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, there's a switch right here. You flip that down, it skips 2. I'm gonna keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on the next line. Beautiful. Beautiful typing, beautiful looking. Over 100 years old, can you believe it? This thing still works perfectly fine and it looks so good. Very rare to find them in this condition. And we're just going to go ahead and do the rest of the functions. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it back and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top right. Works great. We're going to go ahead and lower the keys back into the resting position, and on the right side of the keyboard is the color selector. We have an all black ribbon on this one, but if you had a black and red, the red would be on bottom. So when you push this up to the top, it'll print the bottom portion of the ribbon. This goes up higher, so you print the bottom portion. When you have it down low, you print the top portion, and when you have it, this one doesn't have a stencil function. Carriage release only on the left side on this model. So on the left side, on the right side here, you just have the knob and the paper release, which we already did. And on this side, you have a lot more levers. So this is your line space, like we talked about. This lever is your carriage release, which is the only one on this model. Behind that is the carriage locking mechanism. So you push that, it'll lock in the middle, but you have to also press in the knob. And that locks it completely, and that's the only way you can fit this in the case. So to unlock it, you just pull out that knob like that. And this little lever is the margin release. So when you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that locks the keys. Let's put these back up. So it won't let you type it unless you lift up that lever there, and it allows you to go all the way to the end. That works good. We're gonna lower that. And one last function is another lever back here. If you lift this down, it'll disable the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You lift it up, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is 1 space, and that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.